Hey guys, before I even start this video, I wanted to address a couple of things. Obviously, I'm looking real dramatic right now. I don't even know if it looks good because I don't usually go for such a dark, smoky eye. But with everything happening in the world, with everything happening specifically in America, it's been really hard for me as a Black individual, as a Black woman, as a person with parents who have migrated from a different country, all things that certain people would categorize as plight, would categorize as being a minority, would categorize as being a disadvantage to an individual. It's hard for me to look at images or look at videos that show the murder, the lynching, the merciless removal of a human in general, regardless of whatever category they're in, taking a life away from them. And that is not something that I stand for. That is devastating to see. That is exhausting to see. I'm exhausted to see images like that pushed forward by the media. I'm exhausted to hear that a human being could even possibly do that. I stand for change. I stand for equality on all levels. I stand for recognition of differences, but collaborating together to create the world that we live in right now. I am coming to you guys as all of the categories that I mentioned before. Above all else, I'm a believer of God. I believe that God all places us here on this earth for a purpose, for an opportunity to change a person's life through Christ, to change a person's life through love in general, because God is love. God tells us to love our neighbors. God tells us to turn the other cheek. He sure did. He did say that. But he also tells us to protect the weak, to speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves. And I feel like that is our duty, no matter what color, no matter what gender, no matter what nationality you're in. It doesn't matter. When a person's life is taken away from them, it's something that we should all mourn. No matter the color. We have to do better as a people. I'm going to be placing a couple of links in my bio where you can sign a petition for change. You can donate if you would like to. If you haven't already, please click on them, learn more about these different cases. I hope you guys are being safe out there. I love you all so much, and thank you for clicking onto this video. But just know that as you're watching, and I'm talking about peace and joy and happiness and all this other stuff, I'm Black, okay? You can see that up front. But just know that I intentionally put this black on my face, put this red on my face, to stand for the things that people who are not on this earth can't stand for anymore. To stand for the things that we've been fighting for so long, too long. And I feel like it's ridiculous that we have to explain that a life matters. Black lives matter, and I stand for that 1000%. So when you see this black to this video, when you see these red lips talking, representing the blood that has been shed time after time after time, mercilessly, from people who could care less about human lives, obviously, then just know that's what I stand for. I'm standing for change. I'm standing for love. I'm standing for people to come together in times of crisis. I just wanted to give this message at the beginning of this video. Look at the links down below, and I love you all so much, okay? Enjoy. Hey, you guys. This is your girl, Disparate Amelia, back again with another video. I hope you all have had a blessed week and have found multiple things to be grateful for. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about not being okay. With everything going on nowadays, even pre-George Floyd, pre-Breonna, pre-Ahmad, pre-lives that have been taken without thought just because people can do it. It's been hard for generations before us, and I know with quarantine and COVID-19 and everything, it was hard for me to cope with that as well, because it's just a long period of time for us to sit and think about the things that are happening, think about our inner feelings, our inner thoughts, spending time with God, all of these different things. It can stir up a lot of emotions, and if you're not careful, it can bring you down the wrong road. So what I wanted to do was give you guys a list of different things that I do and that I've learned to do. I haven't always done them in times of crisis, in times of sadness, in times of anger, and now in times of isolation, or what feels like isolation. So I wanted to share these things with you guys. Tune in. Please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy. The first thing I do to keep peace, I am a believer of Christ, and my first option is always spending time in prayer, talking to God about the things that I am grateful for. Number one, thankful for breath, life, being able to open my eyes, being able to speak to you all is a joy. Being able to do this in general is just a joy for me, and it lifts a lot of burdens. I feel like giving people laughter and joy, helping people with certain things makes me happy as well. I just thank God for all those things. I also pray for the people around me. I pray for the situations that are happening. I pray for everything, and that does relieve some stress off of me, knowing that God is here and listening to me and with me at all times. That gives me peace. A simple thing to do is just take a moment to breathe. Literally put your phone down, tune everything out, sit there in silence and just breathe. Breathe in the room, breathe in the sounds that are naturally happening around you. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to do anything. Just breathe, take it in, and let it go. Breathing just helps you focus on the present in its present time, and it'll relieve a little bit of stress. Speaking of breathing, get some fresh air, okay? Go out to the park, the freshest of air you can ever get. Trees, forests. I know around my area there's a lot of hiking spots, a lot of biking spots. Go out to your local pond if you have one. I don't know, but usually there's a park or somewhere, or you can even take a walk around your neighborhood. Get some fresh air to just relieve your mind. Breathe in everything you're seeing again. I mean, parks are beautiful. I love nature, going out into nature and just seeing the things that are happening in the earth and on the earth. So go take a walk. This next thing I had to learn to do because I'm not a big fan of doing it. I know oftentimes when I feel sad, or when I'm in anger, or just in times of contemplation, I shut down. So what I do is I isolate myself from with other people. I would stop talking. I'll not answer calls. I'll not answer text messages. But I've learned that sometimes just sharing it with somebody you love, whether that be a friend, whether that be a parent, a sibling, a cousin, a family member, I don't know, maybe you're close with your coworkers, who knows, but just sharing it with somebody close to you that you can trust with that information, and that can not judge you, give you good advice as well, and that is capable of intaking that information. Don't flood somebody with all your problems and they can't even handle it right now, okay? Talk to a friend, talk to a person who is there for you, and that might help you to just relieve some stress. Even if you don't get a resolution out of it, just saying those things out loud to somebody you know will help. Your feelings are valid. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it for a reason. It's okay to let them out. It's okay to let someone know, and it may help you in the long run to find just a little semblance of peace. I love to do this. I like finding things that make me laugh. I love watching comedy specials. I love watching stand-up on YouTube. Different shows that I love that I know are gonna make me laugh, that I've watched 1,000 times, or even spending time with someone who you know just instantly uplifts your spirit. That is something that can help you find some joy, help you find some laughter, help you find some peace for the day. Even if it doesn't resolve it, just for those 2 minutes, just for that 5 minutes, you can find just a little thing in your day to make you feel a little better. Try doing something productive, like cleaning. You're getting work done, but you're also letting out some steam. You're letting out your feelings. Try exercising. Listen, the best exercise you can do is when you're angry, when you feel like you're proving something to somebody, because you're gonna fight through it, and in the end, the results are for you. The results are so you can feel better about whatever thing you're working out at the moment, so the results help you out. Maybe even do some angry painting. You're getting some anger out of the way, but you're also making a beautiful piece of art for you to either hang up or give away, or even maybe throw away later. You never know how it's going to turn out, but you're doing something productive that's going to help you. Maybe if you're a writer, writing everything out, and maybe you could even come up with a new script based on how you were feeling for that day. So channel that energy into doing something productive. This thing right here is one of the top things that I've been doing. Get off of social media. We have been fed being the active word in the sentence. We are being fed images of things that people want us to see, and you have the ability to control how you intake the media that you see. You have the ability to control the amount of media that you see. If you need to take a break from reading the news, from watching the news, then do that. If you need to unfollow certain people because they're making you feel a certain type of way, do that. If you don't want to watch someone's story, don't do it. If you need to block someone because you literally do not have the emotional capacity to look at their things, do it. It's for you. It's not for them. No matter how much you love somebody, no matter how much you support somebody, they cannot help what's on the inside of you. Only you have control of that. Only you have the responsibility to do that. And if you can't take care of yourself, you can't help or take care of anybody else. So getting off of social media, streaming the social media that you intake, and the amount will help you tremendously. Trust me. Now, I know I said talking to people helps, but if you really need to take a mental break just for the day, not answer your phone, just disappear for the day, then do that. If it's beneficial to your mental health, if you just need to take a break, if you just need to turn your phone off for a second, I mean, don't let anybody think you're dead. Like, if somebody's looking for you, if you're living with somebody, let them know. If you got a job, just don't not go to work. I mean, if it's really that serious, call off, do what you need to do. I'm not telling you that you should, but just take a mental day for yourself, just to process everything, write things down, just to listen to how you're actually feeling and why you're feeling those certain things, and sort through it yourself. You don't owe anyone anything. People don't have to receive joy from you. People don't have to receive laughter from you. Do it for yourself. This is my last point. I initially wrote this whole list based solely off the pandemic, but there's so many things happening in the world, so many things happening in America, in your backyard probably, that these can apply to. My last point, have hope. We are in such a devastating, restricting, unbelievable yet still believable time. Have hope for the future. Do something productive if you can. Be proactive. Be petitioning if you need to. Protest if that's your way of getting your point across. Be careful. Take the safety measures. Take all the precautions that you need to take in terms of quarantine in general. Take all the health measures that you need to. Remember to wash your hands, wear that mask, okay? And just know that when you come out, you'll know more about yourself, you know more about your surroundings. Educate yourself while you can, while you have the time to, about history, about different things that you really want and need to know. And hopefully this brings you stronger in your faith and brings you at peace with the unknown future. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Stay safe out there. I love you guys. Bye.